Hello and welcome back. Today we are in the Badlands of South Dakota. Really cool place to visit. I know that these little mounds, they might look small, okay, but these are hundreds, upwards of 1,000 feet high. They're huge. They're really, really, really cool. So big old massive canyon erosional feature in the otherwise flat terrain of South Dakota. It's a really cool place to visit if ever you have an opportunity. Today we are doing the solar journal. So let's go look at that. And okay, so here is the lab folder open. Okay, I've already downloaded these things for you here. All right, the directions are pretty straightforward. Okay. This is another data log, make a graph lab, and the data is from outside of a typical semester. So you are doing from solstice to solstice. Spring semesters go from the winter to the summer, and fall semesters go from the summer to the winter. So just because the semester does not start on a solstice does not mean that we can't go back in time and collect that data, okay? And we do so by going to this link, click follow, and it will bring you here. So I'm already on the correct page, so let's just go back to the website. Now listen, if it doesn't click and follow, copy and paste or type it in, okay? Because this website does work. I had trouble with it clicking and following. I don't know why, I just didn't. Anyway, go to sun and there's lots of cool things to check out here. Okay, but go to sun and moon for your lab. And we're going to go down to sun calculator. And then we need to tell it where to look. So you can put your hometown in. I'm going to put in mine. Okay, I'm Deansboro, New York. Now, when you submit your work, when you submit your data log with your graph, because that's all you're submitting here, you need to include your location, okay? So when you go to your sun journal here, okay, in one of these boxes, type in location, blah, 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 whatever, wherever you are, okay? Your zip code or your town, whatever, okay? Then this is going to, it's August 17th, 2021 today, as you can see, and it's telling me when my sunrise was, when my sun will set today. It's getting earlier because we're past the solstice. And I think this is really cool. It kind of shows you the graph throughout the year. And you can see these little glitches where we have like this little hiccup in data. Anybody know what that is? I'm not going to tell you. You're going to see it in your data too. Anyway, if you scroll down, here is all the data for August, okay? August 1st, the sun rose at 5:52 a.m. and it set at 8:22 p.m. What you're going to do, you are going to start on the summer solstice. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You can look that up, find it, figure it out for yourself. If you don't already know when the solstice is, you know, look it up, Google it, whatever. Start on that day. We are going to start on an arbitrary day today, okay? And I am going to just show you how to manipulate your data, okay? Because it can get a little confusing. I get a lot of questions on this lab, so I'm going to kind of walk you through in detail. Now, we already have the cells in the format that they should be, so don't change the cell, okay? Of its format. Okay, so just, you know, whatever. And if you follow your directions, okay, it says, please use month, day, year. Okay, so we do that. And we're going to start on, well, we'll start on today. So 8/17/2021. Now, the hint is given to you in your directions on a way to populate your dates faster. If you do the first 3 columns, or yes, the first 3 rows in order, which a date obviously is going to go in order. Okay. If you highlight those 3 boxes, and then here we'll zoom in so it's a little, you can see this better. Bam. Okay. Highlight the 3 boxes. See this like little box on the corner there? Click that guy, scroll it down. Look what happens. It automatically populates in the sequence of those first 3 boxes, which in this case is day by day by day. Okay. So I'm just going to do a month. Okay. And so we'll stop there. All right. Now, my sunrise. What was my sunrise today? 6:10. Cool. And it, excuse me, set at 8 p.m. Okay. I'm going to enter this in minutes, hours and minutes. So 6 colon, what was it? Was it exactly 6 a.m.? 6:10. 6:10, and the sun set at exactly 8 p.m. Now, watch what happens. If you go back up into this cell, it has it spanned out, okay, expanded. You want to make sure that you have AM and PM correctly, okay? So 6:10 a.m., that is correct for sunrise, but 8 a.m., that is not when the sun sets. That's when you're hopefully getting up by in the morning, okay? So we got to go change this to PM. And then it changes it to the correct military time, okay? The reason this is important because you need to do your calculation of total hours and minutes in a day. And the way you do that, if you've never entered an equation in Excel, you do equals, and we're going to do the sunset, you click the box, minus the sunrise, you click the box and you hit enter, and it will give you the total hours and minutes, okay? But then the last thing that you need to do is you need to convert that into total minutes. I'm going to do that last, okay? First, tomorrow, let's see. Does it tell me future data? Oh, no, just past data. So let's see. I'm just going to, we change by about a minute every day. Sometimes we jump by 2, okay? So I'm just, for simplicity's sake, going to change my sunrise and sunset by 1 minute. You cannot do this. You have to actually enter the physical actual data. I'm going to do it to populate the data to show you how to make a graph. Okay, that's all. So you have to enter the real data. I am going to make up data. Okay, so we're going to rise a little bit later. And you can't do this because sometimes the sunrise comes up 2 or 3 minutes later, depending. Sometimes it comes up an hour later, depending. It's not always perfectly just 1 minute. But for the sake of creating a data chart, we are going to do it by a minute. So 1 less minute than 20 hours, I don't think that's how you say it, is 59. And so we're populating my fake data. You use real data, okay? But now, okay, because I already have my equation in this box, if I drag this all the way down to the end of my data and I hit, well, it automatically did it, okay? It populates the same equation, okay, for the next row, okay? So you just drag it down, it's going to automatically put that in there, so you don't have to type the equation in every single cell. You just do it once, drag and drop, okay? But now we have to figure out, well, how many minutes total is our length of day? Because you can't create the graph with this data. It doesn't come out right. You have to create it with total minutes. So hold on one second. Okay, I had to check on something there. So let me give you my screen back. Okay, so going back to your data chart, to get the length of day in minutes, you can just do this on a calculator or whatever, but if you want to kind of take a sort of a shortcut, you can do the calculation in the Excel spreadsheet and then just reference that. So we want to know how many total minutes is this, okay? If you have any trouble with this, sometimes when this opens, okay, you need to change this to general. It should already be in general, but if you have trouble, just switch it again, because you want this to be in numbers. You don't want to be in this like time format anymore. You want it to be in just numbers so that you can create your graph accurately. So we want to figure out, well, how many total minutes? Well, we know we have 13 hours. So let's just do 13 hours for the first cell times 60, times is the asterisk for Excel. Okay, so times 60 minutes an hour. And we have 780 minutes is equal to 13 hours. So I know I have 780 minutes plus 50. Okay, so if I want to find my total minutes, then I'm going to take my 780. I just click that box and then I'm going to add my plus my 50 because that's the portion of the hour I know that I have. And I have a total of 830 minutes. So I'm going to type that into my box. And then if I just look at my data, oh, see what happens? This dang thing. Put it back in general again. It should put it, okay, not 830. Okay, so this next one is going to be 2 minutes less than 830 because we're 13. I'm pointing to the screen like you're standing here looking, because we're 13 hours, 50 minutes, and then minus 2 minutes, 13 hours, 48, and then minus 2 minutes, 13 hours, 46, okay? So we are 830 minutes for this day, and we are minus 2 minutes for the next day. So what's that? 828. This is aggravating me. I should not have to change each and every cell. Let me just do this. Should just do the whole column. There's going to be 826. I don't know, guys. I'm not an Excel expert, but whatever. Type the number in. I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's put it in. Let's put it in text. What I actually entered. Boom. There we go. Okay. Good Lord. All right. And I want that to be, just a personal preference is I want mine right aligned when I'm looking at my data. Okay. So moving on, I'm going to subtract another 2 minutes. Okay. 824. Ah, thank you. 822. Okay. So the way I got that again was 13 hours times 60 minutes in an hour gives me my total hours. And then I have to add my remainder of my 50 minutes. So that gave me 830. So I know I started with 830 total minutes. And if I compare, 817 to 818, I have a difference of 2 minutes. So I'm just going to subtract 2 minutes for my next day because I'm just 2 minutes shorter of a day and then 2 minutes shorter of a day. Okay. You can do the same thing with your data. Or you can just calculate these by hand, each and every one. I think it's easier to just calculate the first one and then subtract from the rest. Okay. And so you would go on. And in my case, I'm going to only be subtracting 2 minutes. You're going to be subtracting 1, 2, depending. Sometimes there's going to be an hour. Okay. So 820 and then 818 and then 816. Okay. And then I'm just going to populate my fake data just so that we can make our graph. There it is. And now we're going to make a graph. So we can make a graph. We're going to click A. It's going to highlight the whole column A. You're going to hold the control button and you're going to click E. It's going to highlight the whole column E. And then we're going to go to Insert and Line. What happened? What happened? This should not be like this. Something I don't understand. Well, it says it happens on 8/21, but that's nonsense. I just did this a minute ago to make sure that I had it right before I took my video, because it's a pain in the butt to edit these videos. So, you know, you're just gonna have to bear with me. That is a dang lie. What happened? Okay, let's try that. Looks like I gotta have it in number form. All of it. I just converted it. I just did the whole thing. Do all of this. That's number. I should just do the whole thing. Oh, it's not doing it. What? No, this isn't right. Something. Okay, well, that's working. Sometimes that is just a pain in the butt to work with. Okay, so now control, click, insert. Now it should work. There we go. And you can use a regular line, or you can use the data point line. Okay, I like the dots personally. Length of day in minutes. Okay, so what did I do? Just trying to move this so we can see it better. I can't see it there. Okay, there we go. Zoom out a little bit. All right. So we have our date, and then we have our minutes. And so make sure you insert your text box and label this as minutes. I don't know why it doesn't. It did name the chart for you this time though. So that's it, guys. Okay, and you do that. Move this over somewhere so that I can see it. Make sure that you include up here your location. So you're going to type in your location. Mine in this case would be Deansboro, New York. Okay. You can delete this. You don't need to leave that if you did that. Okay, get rid of that. And then send it as an Excel file. And if you don't have Excel, use Google Docs and send me a shareable link. Okay, because same deal. If you just like send it as like I don't know what you guys save things as, but sometimes I get stuff. I just can't see the whole thing because it breaks the pages up weird. So make sure you have Excel or send me a Google link. All right. And that's that. I hope you guys have a great day. Sorry for the handful of glitches, but you know what? That's life. And I'm not recording this video again. Okay. Have a great day.